Alrighty, guys, not too bad of a day, honestly. We did have a little red though. The Nasdaq went down about 0.5, 0.6%, but the S&P broke even. The Dow went up 0.5%, and the Russell, the Russell went up over 1%, with oil going up over 4%. What a day for oil. Silver went down on the day. Gold looks like, where the heck's gold at? It went up 0.5%. So, guys, we're going to break down the indices here, charts in general that I'm looking at, stocks I'm looking at, and what to expect for tomorrow. Tomorrow's a big day. We're getting non-farm payrolls. We're getting the unemployment data. A lot's going on tomorrow, so we're going to cover that in this video. Hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe. Join the Patreon for my private portfolio updates. Private Patreon. That's linked, or Discord, whatever the heck it's called. That's linked down below on Patreon. And yeah, let's get into it, man. Cheers. I went to Five Guys earlier. I posted about this on my Instagram. I was like, Five Guys is $20 now, man. It's nuts. I mean, I'm still going to keep going. They have my business, but I got a burger and a little fry, which, I mean, you guys know Five Guys. The little fry, I mean, it's still an insane amount of fries. It was $20 with a drink. I left a little tip, and it's 20 freaking dollars. What? I left a 5-10% tip? It's nuts. Eventually, this is going to be $30 for a burger and fries. It's good. Again, I mean, they have my business, but for how much longer? I don't know. We'll see. But look, every index except for the Nasdaq was green. Okay, I guess the S&P broke even, but it was a pretty good day. Decent day across the board. SPY, even though it broke even, you guys can see here, if I pull the intraday up, we're breaking out we broke out into close, and now in the aftermarket we're up even more. Look, SPY closed at what, 689.50. Now we're pushing 691 after hours. We're continuing that momentum that we saw in Power Hour, so that's a very good sign. Also, if you look at the 20-day chart, it looks like we're going back to all-time highs, or towards all-time highs. We hit those, by the way, yesterday. We hit almost 694, so SPY's getting pretty close to that again here in the aftermarket, as again, we're rebounding quite nicely. So that's looking pretty good. We can see QQQ, even though it had 0.5% of a red day, it's also rebounding a little bit. You can see on the intraday chart, we closed at about 620, 60-ish. Now we're pushing 622 in the aftermarket. That's a good sign, but it's still in the wedge that we've covered here on the channel, guys. We're in this wedge, higher lows, lower highs at the same time. We're squeezing deeper into it. What direction are we going to pick? That is the $1,000,000 question. It looks like, I think we're gearing up for a breakout. But hey, I might be crazy. What do you guys think? I think we're breaking out though into earnings or after earnings. As you guys know, earnings season's here. We have the banks next week, big tech, later in January, early February. So it's about to get freaking real. It's about to get real. And I think we're going to break out. So before we dive into a bunch of stocks I'm looking at, what's going on the charts as of today, let me show you what to expect for tomorrow. Let's pull this up right here. Boom, bada, boom, boom, boom. So you guys can see tomorrow in the morning, we're getting a lot of data, right? Non-farm employment change, we're getting the average hourly earnings and the unemployment rate, which you guys know has crept up over the last couple of years at this point, slowly, but it has crept up. So we can see the average hourly earnings month on month. We can see this is the change in the price businesses pay for labor, excluding the farming industry. So that's projected at 0.3%. Previously it was 0.1%, so that's an increase from last go around, right? Last month. And if we come down to what we really want to see, the non-farm employment change, the forecast is 66,000. Previously, 64,000. So we're beating last month. That's a good sign. That's the change, or this measures the change in the number of employed people during the previous month, again, excluding the farming industry. And when it comes to the unemployment rate, which popped again over the last, I think from the last month or the reading before last month, it saw a big pop. Either way, it's crept up over the last couple of years, like we've covered. That is projected at 4.5%. So the unemployment rate is projected to come down from last month. Last month, it was 4.6. Yeah. So unemployment rate, although it's not, at ridiculous levels, it surely isn't where it was a couple of years ago, and it's creeping up. But it is coming down, I guess, from last month. That's a good sign, but still relatively high from the last couple of years at 4.5%. So unemployment rate, that measures the percentage of the total workforce that is unemployed and actively seeking employment during the previous month. So it's not like you're unemployed and, you've been unemployed for a year and a half, 2 years. No, you have to be actively seeking employment, or maybe, I guess, if you're still actively seeking employment after 2 years, I mean, yeah, that's going to be rough. But yeah, that's what it measures, right? And that's projected at 4.5%. So let's come back now to the charts. Let's come over here and see what stocks moved today. We had a good amount of stocks move today, even though the NASDAQ went down over 0.5% and the S&P broke even. You'd be surprised. Big tech names like Google, Alphabet, Alphabet went up over 1% today. This is starting to break out. So you guys remember, QQQ's in a wedge. It hasn't broke out yet, right? Google is also in that wedge, and it's now breaking out. I think Google is front running the move here. I think the NASDAQ's going to follow. So you're noticing Google is now trading at multi-week highs. We went up to 326 today. We're $8 off from all-time highs. We didn't hit over 322, 323 at all in December pretty much. Now we're starting to break through here. So that's a good sign. Google's gaining momentum. Same with Amazon, which I'm not surprised. I was buying Amazon to wrap up last year. Pretty much all of 2025, I was buying it here and there, not even here and there, regularly, because it didn't do much of anything in 2025. Now we're starting to break out. Amazon had a 2% green day, and we were calling it out on the charts before 2026. We saw the double bottom. We saw it starting to break out into the new year. It was pretty obvious. So Amazon's looking great to start the year. And again, Google is breaking out. And I think QQQ is going to follow. I think the same thing is going to happen here. Maybe closer to earnings. I don't know. We'll see. But I like the way it's setting up. And I'm positioned in the NASDAQ and a lot of these NASDAQ stocks, guys. And it's not like I don't have, or I'm not putting my money where my mouth is. This is where I think we're going. I think we're breaking out. That's where my money's set up now, or that's how my money's set up now. And, I think all-time highs on the NASDAQ's coming. Call me crazy. Call me crazy. Cheers to that. Let me get, oh, by the way, I got a, what is this drink? I got a peach Coke Zero. Think about that. It's one of those machines. What's it called again? The Coca-Cola Freestyle. So I've never tried that before, and I was like, I always get the vanilla Coke or the freaking, what else do I get? The cream soda. I like that one a lot. I was like, let me try something new. The peach is pretty good. It's like a nice peach. So I don't know if you guys would like it or not. I don't know if everybody would like it, but if you like peach, I think you would like that. So QQQ, I think it's going to break out. Google's already breaking out. Apple, we covered earlier, I think is a little oversold. I think we will get a rebound. In fact, it looks like we are starting to get a rebound on Apple. Notice how we hit 255. Now we're already pushing 260. So if you guys take a look, I covered this in my Patreon earlier today as well. You can see, excuse me, guys. You can see back in October, we kind of peaked out at 255. Now it seems like that resistance is holding as support. Well, the older resistance is holding as support. Very good sign on Apple. So keep your eyes on that. Earnings are coming up, obviously, on Apple. Let's see. What else did well today on the watch list? I think, we've covered Cathie Wood here and there. I was looking at one of her stocks. Wait, let me see. CRISPR Therapeutics is one that I was going to talk about in this video on the charts. I think it's looking interesting. I don't necessarily agree with all of her picks. I mean, Roku, we have a couple that I don't like, but I think CRISPR is setting up nicely. Fundamentals aside, we're not going to cover the fundamentals in this video, although those look pretty good too. The chart, although we have a little head and shoulders here, I think we're starting to break out, break through a bit. And you can see CRISPR is, as of 2 days ago, right? We're finally pushing through these moving averages, and we're taking out the highs from all of December, and actually the highs from November as well, being about 58 to 60 bucks. Now we're back under that point now, but at a moment 2-3 days ago, we hit $60.50. So we're starting to get that momentum through 60. And I think if we really take 60 out on CRISPR, I think this could be a runner. Let's see. Let's draw some levels out. I mean, look, you guys can see 70 bucks. That was the high back in July. $78. We hit that back in October. So there could be some room to go here, I think, if we take 60 out. So I'm going to set my alert at 60 bucks. And I think this has become, not that I look at Cathie Wood's trades or follow them, quite frankly. I really don't, guys, believe me. But I think this is in her top 2 or 3 now. I think this might be her second biggest stock. Maybe. I could be remembering that wrong. But yeah, I mean, I could see why, she's an active trader, investor. I could see why, because the chart setup is interesting here. Again, if we take 60 out, she could make 15% right here, up to 70 bucks. But again, it's obviously not guaranteed. Cathie Wood is obviously, she hasn't been the best over the last couple of years. But funny enough, I make videos, obviously. Hello, how's it going, guys? But whenever I make a video on Cathie Wood, even though she's underperformed the market, people always hate on her. It's insane. The video blows up every time. Not here on the long form side, but short form on Instagram, Facebook, where else? TikTok, right? The videos go crazy. I'm talking hundreds of thousands of views, not like 5,000 views, hundreds of thousands of views. And it's nuts. Even though she's been underperforming, her views are still super high. People still pay attention to her, which is funny. Every time I make a video on her, it gets all those views, and people are like, why do people follow Cathie Wood? She's underperforming, but clearly a lot of people follow her because the views are so freaking high. It's funny how it works. Or maybe it's an algorithm thing. I don't know. I haven't figured it out yet, guys. But enough of that. CRISPR looks like it could break out $60 plus. I'm eyeing it up. No doubt about it. Let's see. Mercado Libre, which I know I'm pronouncing it wrong. I know. This is one of the stocks we bought, at least I bought, a good amount of into the new year, and it's popped off like crazy this year. I think Mercado Libre is going to do well. I think this stock will be a $2,500, $3,000 stock fairly soon here, and it's cooled off a bit. If we see here on the 5-day, it saw a huge run on, I think this was Monday, Tuesday as well. It's cooled off the last 2 days. That's a good sign. I want to see now consolidation anywhere from 21 to 2,200 bucks a share, and I'm probably going to buy more. Whether it's next week or the week after that, I'm looking to buy more Mercado Libre. So I like the way that's popping off to start the year. Again, the bank stocks, you guys need to watch JP Morgan. You guys need to watch Goldman Sachs, which these are all reporting earnings over the next week, right? Next 5-10 days, we're going to get all these earnings out of these companies. So watch out for them. Let me see any stocks that tanked today. Yeah, we didn't have anyone. Any stock that really tanked today. I guess Oracle is going back under 190. That's not looking too pretty. Meta is dumping a little bit. No big deal. Toast broke even. I'm long Toast, full disclosure, guys. AMC, oh my God, it's back to $1. I have not looked at AMC in months. Man, it's $1 stock now. Wow. So I guess those days are gone, right? AMC to the moon. Those days are gone, man. Holy moly. Yeah. $700 a share. So this is obviously after a couple splits, but it looks like we hit $700 on AMC back in 2021. Now it's at $1.40. Isn't that insane? But yeah, either way, man, I'm going to wrap the video up. I'm rambling a little bit. Let's cut it here. So if you enjoyed it, hit the like button, subscribe, check out the Patreon for my Patreon portfolio updates. We're investing $1,000 a week there. And of course, there's a private Discord. You get more access to me, what I'm doing throughout the week, the community, right? Link down below, pinned in the comments, or go to stassrfs.com/Patreon. And with that being said, cheers. I'll see you guys in there, and I'll see you in the next video.